Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mother Wisdom Tree TV. How y'all doing? I'm spoiling my own jam, so I won't have to get a copyright claim. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hey, Malabo. Hey, Saint Ann, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Mother Wisdom Tree TV. Thank you, Malabo. Only thing about it is Google will not let me add the TV on the end. So what am I going to do now? One of my old jams, y'all. Ooh, it's hot back here. I don't want to turn the fan on because then it's going to be a distraction. Background sound. Giving my air conditioner a break. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? You doing okay, Jackie? Hey, Tank. Hello, Sasha. Hey, Felix. Hey, Sam. Hey, Malika. And hello, Mike. Hello, how are you? How are you? Mike, how you doing? Mike, you okay? Where my oxtails at? Ooh, Lord. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It won't let me do nothing. I'm playing around with something. I got my other lady here today. This is Midnight Sassy. Tell them, hey, girl. Midnight Sassy got her nails and everything. Like I was telling y'all, these are room guardians. They will guard the room. They're stuffed with herbs. And guess what? I am going to be providing a pattern if you want to make your own room guardian doll. Okay? I just want y'all to see all of her. I'm going to be providing this pattern. I'm going to put it up here where you can just print it out. We're going to have some simple sewing classes to teach you how to, thread a needle. Get them shoes out. Hey, thank you for showing me some love, Ashley. Thank you, Malika. Thank you, Kylie. Hey, Lips and Froze, how you doing? Thank you again, Jackie, for moderating. Okay, I want to make sure I get to everybody. Hey, Black Mind Reality. Boom, right back at you. Okay. Okay, looks like I got to everybody. I'll let y'all see this girl. Where your face at? When we create these dolls, you can add whatever kind of herbs you want to add to it. This video has been buried, but I managed to find it. I wanna put it in here so y'all will know how to get to it if you want to. Oh, Jackie said, can I teach you all how to loom cotton? I got to first find out how to do it myself. I can say this, that cotton has seeds in it, so you have to take the time and take all the seeds out. So once the cotton is ready on the other side, if the big mama willing to let me see that all was, you know what I'm saying? When I get it, I'm going to show you. That'll be a good idea. I'm going to show you all how to remove the seeds at least from the cotton. And then we can all learn together how to loom it. How about that? I know you have to buy a cotton loom. You have to get those. But we gonna get deep into it. I really appreciate you all. I have talked on the phone. I don't. Do y'all mind me sharing with me that your names that I've talked on the phone to you all? It's totally up to you all. I mean, okay, because I don't want to be, sharing y'all's names. And y'all don't want nobody to know y'all been talking to. You know what I'm saying? He raised his son and the good came down and he shoes Okay, let me turn this down. I know what Moses is talking about. Get y'all some more music going. Oh, listen, I can hear myself out the microphone. Okay, so with permission, we're gonna do something different. And okay, so I've met some wonderful women. It's almost like we've been knowing each other forever. We definitely have a connection, you know what I'm saying, in the universe. And so they said they don't mind me calling their names. And so I'm just not going to be graphic and discuss your business, but I'm just saying I have talked on the phone to Jackie. Jackie, you my girl. Jackie you have been like a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like a long lost sister that I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? So me and Jackie has had some wonderful time on the phone. Shout out to you, Jackie and Malika. Hey, girl. Malika, I do believe that we are some kin. Okay, we're from the same state, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So I know for sure that we must share some kind of kinship. You know what I'm saying? But all of us have that soul kinship. You know what I'm saying? I know we come from the same soul family, if I can say that. You know what I'm saying? So I have had a wonderful time. Sasha, girl, I ain't forgot about you, girl. Me and you girl, we clicked, didn't we, girl? We clicked. You and I know we done been through some of the same journeys. We have taken that journey down the road and look like we done seen some of the same places, right, girl? How you doing, Sasha? Hey, Saint Anne, how you doing? Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, girl. I think we can all just sit on the phone for help. You know what I'm saying? Malika, we can just sit on the phone for help. Me, you, and Sasha. And Jack, I know, Jack, you ain't got time to fool with me that long, girl, because I will talk your head off. I can talk, I can run my mouth. Y'all know well, you know I do, because I'm always sitting here running my mouth here on these videos, talking y'all to y'all sleep. Yes. So do you all know how important this is? This is too loud. This is very important to me that you all thought enough of me to get up out your beds and stuff and pay me some attention. And Malika, let me tell you something. You gave me the pep talk that I needed. Girl, I should be paying you, okay? I should be paying you, girl. I should be paying you. Because, like I said, you put a lot of things in perspective and you were confirmation for a lot of things. And at the same time, I knew that the ancestors sent you to give me that talk, you know what I'm saying? So thank you so much. Thank you. And I really thank you all for moderating and doing the things you do and keeping me alert. And thank you, Malika, for keeping me up with the times, girl. Because, honey, look like we were slipping, honey. Okay? It was like, I'm going down, baby. Okay. So, okay, thank you so much. Kylie says, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. So please like the video. Hi, Liama. How are you? You got a notification. information today. I see we managed to get a few people in here tonight, didn't we? You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do, I want to make sure that, I'm doing things a little bit with a little bit of. Okay, we're taking flight. We're going towards ascension. But anyway, so check this out. Let's get some organization going here. Okay? Malika, I cannot thank you enough. Some organization need to be set in place. We need to get this roster going, so we are going in a direction of like prosperity. Maybe that's the way I should say it. You know what I'm saying? This is a mission. We don't have time for me to be sitting up here and fussing and ranting about all my problems and stuff. Okay, we got business to take care of here. Hello. Okay. So I want to get some background stuff going. So I don't know, do you all see me well enough now? Let me know. Do you all see me good enough? Do I need extra lighting? Okay, Liama, you say yes, I need extra lighting, or yes, you all see me good enough? I do need extra lighting. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Ashley said I look great, and I am assuming Liama and Kylie say they could see me great enough, good enough, without all the extra lighting. I kind of like it, kind of a little dim, kind of put us in a mystical like setting, you know what I'm saying? I definitely could work on that background. You know what I'm saying? We could probably get that background in position.
So bad.
So we can kind of get rid of some of the distractions. So when we're interacting and we're in our conference, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that it's the right everything, you know.
Put your I'm afraid.
Hey Mary, how you doing, Mary? Thanks for moderating, Mary. Thank you. Okay, there's buffering going on. I see we losing people. I'm hoping that gets better. Let me ask you something. I got a question. Because Malika, you badass girl. You was just telling me everything so I can stop thinking, hey, look, something had to get me. But look, let me ask y'all something. When I am streaming on the desktop, are you all experiencing streaming issues? Or is it the streaming issues are coming from the cell phone gadget? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Malika.
I'm afraid.
So my streaming issues are coming from the cell phone carrier. So we may be having some like data issues going on here with AT&T. A little bit of that, maybe the data, when the data falls off, maybe the Wi-Fi is kicking in and going back and forth, so that may be causing some streaming issues here. Okay, thank you.
I'm afraid. That's what it is.
Now we're getting somewhere, okay? Ooh, girl, you got my nose itching.
Yes.
You must have got a dusty head up in here. Hello? Okay. Hey, Selena.
I'm afraid.
Okay, Selena, I'm glad to see you here. Hey, Kylie. Okay, Kylie said hers is buffering, so we already know it's the cell phone. So, I'm not expecting for you all to really do this, but it really would be nice. I was looking for somebody to remind me to go out and get the tablet. I totally forgot the tablet. Okay, I'm back. I experienced a streaming
I'm
issue.
afraid.
Please don't leave. Give me some time to get back.
I'm afraid.
So it's a cell phone carrier issue. It's a cell phone carrier issue.
That's
So I
afraid.
forgot. So if somebody could shoot me a text tomorrow, I'm gonna be out doing
I'm
some
afraid.
things that is gonna make me a little bit nervous, but I got to go and do it tomorrow.
I'm
So
afraid.
while I'm out there, you know what I'm saying, blowing money,
I'm
giving
afraid.
away money.
That's what it is.
I want to go and get a tablet. I just got to remember because I'm gonna run to Best Buy and stream from the tablet.
I'm afraid.
It gotta be small, something small. Not looking for anything big, something that's portable
That's what
that
it
we
is.
can. So what that means? That means that I'm gonna have to have a data plan with it if I plan on walking outside with it. So I need to get a data plan on it. But
I'm afraid.
other than that, I can allow it to stream from the Wi-Fi.
I'm afraid. That's what that is. What else? I'm afraid.
Oh, and I do apologize for the buffering,
So
y'all.
bad.
Yikes. Now, what I can do until this issue is resolved, tomorrow night, I'm going to stream from the desktop. That'll take care of that. So we gonna get a lot of kinks out of the way because you know when we're actually interacting with each other, teaching each other. Because I'm a student too. We'll get down to what we need to really be dealing with and what we need to be doing and everything. We don't want no data interruptions. Hello.
I'm afraid. That's what it is. That's afraid. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm afraid.
Kylie says, sorry to bring down the mood, but a YouTuber I watched recently committed suicide.
So bad.
Thanks for bringing up my energy. Do you mind discussing with us who that was, Kylie? I'm sorry to hear about that. So who was it? Okay. Lips and Froze says she had to go out and come back. So for people who are experiencing streaming issues, it's a chance. Oops. I hate that microphone. It's a chance that you may have to end your, go off the video and come back. Okay, Kylie said his channel name was Etika, but it was deleted. They deleted his channel? Oh, okay. Black Mind Reality says black mental health is something that shouldn't be ignored. Okay. Okay, I've never heard of that channel. Sorry to hear about that. Oh, okay. Tank said, I heard about that tonight. Another root worker did a video on him. E.T.K. Hmm. Do we have some buffering going on here too? Yep, it looks like it. Okay. Okay, Tank said he did a suicide video and other things, so they took his stuff down. He was a gamer, reviewing and reacting to video games. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, Shakira, how you doing? You doing okay? Okay, they want me to restart the device. Let's see what happens here. Your device will restart and up. Date. Restart now. Okay. They want to restart the device. Let's see what's going on here. Well, I'm buffering now on the desktop. Give me a minute, y'all. This thing wants to do an update. Well, I tell you what, I'll let you go ahead and do your update. I don't really need you right now. This thing is constantly every day wanting to update, just like my cell phone wanted to update. And when my cell phone updated, all my icons changed. I can't do screenshots anymore, screen pictures anymore. It stopped that function. The only thing I can do is when I try to do a screenshot or a screenshot picture on the cell phone is to share the site. But I cannot put the pictures in my I cannot put. This thing is far more trouble than it is worth. Y'all excuse y'all ears. I mean, excuse this. Let's see some. Headache. Can you all hear me okay without that microphone? Yeah, that's coming from that microphone. That man sold me that microphone for about $300-something and ain't been nothing but darn trouble and screaming. A whole bunch of stuff he can sit up and get together and give it to me, throw it on me. Nobody else wanted it. So when you're going out to get these devices and stuff, make sure you're taking somebody with you, that knows about this type of stuff so you won't get gypped. Or if you don't know anybody who can take you to get this type of equipment, just do reviews. Find out what's you can Google it or you can YouTube it. Find out the best devices, that are available. So you won't have to be buying nobody else's problems. Simple as that. They won't get me no more because I'm going out to get another microphone and I'm going to make good and sure it's a microphone that I have reviewed. Okay, it's playing now. Turn that sucker off.
Made it clear, I thought I was sincere. Don't you got a wife to go to?
Now the microphone is off. It sounds much better.
I don't want you. You ain't got no woman. Something's gotta be wrong with you. I gotta break that honey job. Gonna leave your ass where you are.
me tell you something. So I want y'all to understand the importance of folklore, and this is gonna be about wisdom. So wisdom and folklore go hand in hand. These are things that we all need. Every witch need this, or if you're a hoodooist or whatever, you need this. Remember when grandma used to predict the weather? She knew what was getting ready to go down and everything. And you always wondered how did Big Mama know it was gonna be a bad storm 2 weeks ago. Now y'all know I have been kind of like, let me turn this down, let me turn this off and everything. So you all know that I've been kind of trying to give you all some ideas throughout the years how to know what's coming up. Because you ever seen the people, they always can predict. They can look at the weather, look at nature, and they can tell you all kind of stuff. Oh, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be a death next week. I've already seen it. I've been talking about that for a long time, haven't I? So I really want us to concentrate on a lot of that stuff because, you know, for a long time, you know what I'm saying? We have enjoyed all of the luxuries of having, someone to tell us what the weather's gonna be. All you gotta do is watch the TV, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these things are going to, it's gonna, it may not be in our lifetime, but there's going to be a time in the future, maybe in your children's lifetime or grandchildren's lifetime, where a lot of what we are enjoying, we're not going to have it anymore. And I think that's what's going on out in the universe and the cosmos and stuff. So, Malika, we talked about this, that there's a purpose for what we're preparing ourselves for. It's a purpose for all of this, because a lot of people are joining the spiritual, I hate to use bandwagon, but they are joining the spiritual journey and the spiritual path, and it's definitely something going on in the universe that is pretty much guiding a lot of us on this path. And so it's not a coincidence, not a coinky dinky, that this is where people want to go. Now some people may just be coming here because it's a trend. Some people may just be want to come here, it's a trend. My girl down the street, she doing it, she's really cool, so let me try it. Or some people may have kind of have seen some people doing it and noticed that they're prospering, they're starting to get the things that they want. And I know this is very elementary what I'm talking about, because I think all of you all have passed this point, but there's some people who are probably just getting here. And I guess I'm starting here because, still, like, after talking to you, you know what I'm saying? It kind of puts some things in perspective because I was pretty scattered with it. I mean, I saw it as a way to vent and talk about some things that, I just couldn't talk about it to anybody else. So the fact you all had some interest in it, it gives me a place to come. But like I say, when we talked about it, it's not just a coinky dinky. It's something. It's a mission. It is a god. It's a goddess. It's an entity that is propelling us to come to this place, because we need to be prepared to be able to teach others who are coming here, because somewhere down the line somebody is gonna need this. You know what I'm saying? If it may be your children, it may be your grandchildren, but all good things come to an end. So if we think that we're gonna always have the luxuries of Wi-Fi, internet services, and refrigerators, and all of these, electronics and stuff like that that keep us comfortable, we got another thing coming. Okay. So that's what this channel will be serving, some of those purposes. Us talking about the lore, the folklore, and everything. A little bit of wisdom here and there, gems that you can stick in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about luck and weather. And if y'all want to share some, just share something, just jump on in, you know what I'm saying? And don't hesitate. We can talk about it. How about that? Okay. Black Mind Reality said we will need ancestral wisdom more than ever. Hello, Brown Sugar. How you doing? Oh, well, thank you. Kylie said my hair looks great like Medusa. I really do believe that Medusa was, wearing dreadlocks. You know, I think they just metaphorically called them snakes or whatever, but I do believe she had a head full of dreads and stuff. And it called her ugly because more than likely she didn't give a goddamn about no makeup and no none of that stuff, okay? Okay, Sasha says, "Oh, good, Mama. Can you visit people when you astral project? What's going on is I'm always going to these other dimensions and stuff. They're not necessarily, here. I'm not actually here. I'm actually somewhere on another plane of existence." Uh huh. Oh, Malika says, yes, she did. Oshun was jealous of her and called them snakes. I didn't know that. Okay. Hmm. There's a lot of talk about, Medusa. They said Medusa was she a priestess? She was a priestess under Athenia, and Athenia actually cursed her because one of those gods raped her. Which god that was that raped her? I don't want to get it wrong. And so she was cursed and banished. Poseidon? Zeus. That's right. It sure was. It was Zeus. And so they punished her, and she was, Athenia punished her, and she was um, cursed to roam the land. And they said she was so ugly until they had to, if you looked at her, she turned the men into stone. That's some power right there. But it was uh Poseidon. Oh, okay, I'm confused. Wasn't it Poseidon? Am I even saying his name right? Poseidon. Wasn't he the one that cut her? Who that cut her head off? I can't think of his name, y'all. Today it won't nothing come to me. So her head was cut off. Poseidon. Thank you. Who cut her head off? Poseidon cut her head off. Y'all gonna have to tell me because I wasn't prepared to discuss this today. Poseidon and Neptune are the same. Thank you, Felix. It was Perseus. Perseus cut her head off. I probably need to get prepared to talk about this before I just go deep into this. You know what I'm saying? For some, I really need to get into the Greek mythology. I watch the movies on it all day long, read it all day long, but I cannot retain the information because it really, and I should retain the information, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very fascinated with the Greek mythology and stuff like that. With all of that beauty and stuff they had in the day, the beautiful, columns and stuff like that, and it was just a beautiful oasis and stuff back in those days, and I'm very fascinated, but I cannot retain the information on it. I can't retain the information on it for nothing in the world. So, like I said, y'all feel free to talk about it. All I know is Sister Girl got her head cut off. Okay, he actually cut her head. He was able to cut her head off by putting a mirror in her face. Am I right? When she saw herself in the mirror, it scared the shit out of her. and they just went ahead and cut her head off. He cut her head off and used it to do a whole bunch of nasty magical rituals and stuff with it. Something to that effect. Yes. Venus slash Aphrodite is an archetype of Ochun. Hmm. I love Greek mythology too. I just can't retain the information on it. And I love to watch it on TV, but it's just, I don't know. I can't go no further than that with it. I don't think that's my niche. You know what I'm saying? That's not my niche. Okay. LaShawn, how you doing? Cash says, Mama, they said when she was killed, her body gave birth. Talk to us more about that. So we thought we was gonna be talking about some lore, but I think we're gonna be talking about some Greek mythology. We're gonna be talking about Medusa tonight, ain't we? That's a very, I got a Medusa doll in there too. I ought to go in there and get her. I have a Medusa doll that I made. They liken Athenia to the powers of Oya. Oh, so we have a Greek mythology connoisseur in here. So LaShawn Cash says Poseidon got her pregnant. See, then I didn't hear nothing about that. Okay, tell me more. Sasha said, no, 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 no. We ain't taking this conversation there. We got to talk about this lore. Okay. Thank you for the love, girl. Callie, Oya, Easily Dantor are my mother and aunts. They share that similar. I really think the elements are the same. It's just like everybody got a different name for it. Just like water is water to me, but water may be agua to you, but they're the same. They just got different names. You know what I'm saying? LaShawn Cash said, poor Medusa had no chance at all. How many Medusa fans are in here? I see some Medusa fans in here. Y'all, we are okay. St. Anne said present. Sasha said me, me, me. We just need a conference call. I mean, it just seems like we should all be able to just talk. And I don't even know how to do a Google Hangout. I wished I knew how to do a Google Hangout. I would do it right now. Anybody knows how to do a Google Hangout? All this knowledge, goodness. All this knowledge, we need to be talking. Anybody know how to do a Google Hangout? I think I need to download the Google Hangout app. Crap. It says it's installed. Oh, no eligible devices for app installs. So I probably can't put that on the desktop in the first place. Okay, so I guess you can't, you know, it says it's installed. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I'm not computer savvy. So basically, I can only do it on a cell phone device. I guess I just have to download a Google download for a desktop. What y'all think? Do y'all want to Google? I mean, do y'all want to Google Hangout? Child, honey, y'all, I don't know what I am doing. Should I do a Google Hangout download? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play around with that a little bit later on, but because I first got to make sure y'all won't even talk about it in the first place on Google Hangout. Yeah. Oh yes, Sasha. It'll be good if we can talk on here. It would be good. And I'm still trying to think of a way to be able to do it. you know, um, Skype probably would be a good way. What you think? Let's see if I got Skype. I don't have Skype on here, but I could try to download a Skype feature. Cause see, I haven't been using this computer, and I had this computer a year and really haven't really did much with it, cause I had been too busy to really take my time. Let's see, I'm gonna download Skype. You got Skype, Sasha? Oh, you ain't got Skype. Oh, okay. So it's not even downloading it. Y'all, we gonna get it up and going. Oh, you gotta pay for Skype now. Get a free trial. Oh, it ain't free no more. Okay. Any other ideas? No Skype. Hmm. Who else we got? Let's see. So on a desktop, I guess I would download Google Hangout. Huh. I should have had all this ready, but I wasn't thinking. Hmm. Hangouts meet. Video meetings for your business. Nope, we're not looking for that. Have voice and video conversations from your computer. The plugin is free and installs in seconds. What y'all think? Hey, Vashti. Oh, what you saying, Vashti? It can get annoying with everybody talking and echoing and all of that stuff going on. Hey, chit chat, where you been? Thank you, Ashley. Ashley says she can research some free calling platforms and email me. Thank you so much. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when it come to computer stuff, you know what I'm saying? It ain't me. But I know a lot of people would like to interact. You know what I'm saying? People who gonna who stay orderly and everything. So we want to make sure those trolls ain't calling in too. So we got to make sure we know what we doing here. Cause I'm surprised they ain't in here tonight. I am so surprised. Surprised. Hmm. Okay, look like I'm finna do this. Mm-hmm. I'm on here. I am here on Google Hangouts. Okay. Now, what do I do now? Excuse me for the silence. Now, I got it on here, but I don't know how to start it up. New conversations. Okay, I got new conversations, but it's not telling me how I can use this. Move, size, minimize. Uh, okay, I'm here, but I don't know how to make it function. I don't know how to make it work. Yeah, I'm on Google Hangouts right now. I cannot figure out how to get the camera to work. Okay, something going on right here. Hmm. So I guess I'm gonna have to see and play with it one day. I don't want to hold everybody up looking at this. Mm-mm. Now I can do it from my cell phone, but I don't know what's going on with it on the desktop. And happy witching hour, by the way. Okay, Malika said you need a list of names or emails to video call. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's probably what's going on. Girl, thank you for telling me this because I so I guess that the people who want to speak, on here, on the platform, you will have to message me so I can get your email address and stuff. I'm Mother Wisdom on here. You can find me under Mother Wisdom. That's right. Okay, that makes sense, Malika. Okay, so everybody who is interested, I would need your email address because I got quite a few people on here that I have emailed in the past and done some Google Hangouts. Their names are on here and stuff and everything. Oh, some people gave me some. I got a whole bunch of missed video calls. I didn't even know that. Hmm. Okay, now, no. So, I guess we're gonna talk about a little bit of the Greek mythology and a lot of other little things going on, and maybe I can get myself organized. You know what I'm saying? Organized for the next show. How about that? Because I'm so unorganized today. Because I mean, I got to soak up everything we talked about, Malika. It's a lot to process, so that's why I'm kind of thrown off today. I'm thrown off because I'm still retaining all of that information and processing it. You know what I'm saying? That's true, Saint Anne. That's true. They will find you. You don't want to just go and just pick you a god or a goddess, Kylie, like you picking out a pair of jeans. You don't want to get yourself in a situation like this, like that, because I don't care what nobody say. They all want something from you. They all want something. Sometimes with some of them, it may be something that you might not be willing to give up. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not willing to give up whatever that is, and y'all done made a deal or what have you, That ain't good at all. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I'd go back. You know what I'm saying? I would go back. What I mean about it, I mean, I can't go back, but I'm saying I just remember my innocence. Oh, excuse me, I'm just burping, y'all. Woo, excuse me. Man, I had something I ain't had no business eating, okay? So that was a big old burp. Y'all say I can't be burping on TV camera. Yeah, what do people do? Like if you doing a show or something like that, you are actually doing a show. You probably on national TV and all of a sudden you just burp or fart. What do you do? I don't. I mean, it really takes somebody with guts to get on the stage and sing. Cause man, if I had been on stage singing a song, I would have burped right on set while I'm singing, or right in the microphone. I would have burped. I don't see how artists sing. I don't see how reporters report in the media and stuff like that. Because when I got the burp, it's just gonna come on out. LaShawn Cash said, LOL, go let it go, okay? mm. Hey, Kai. Hey, K Monet. K Monet said, I'm glad to be here. It's been a while. Love to you too. Okay. Oh, Lips and Fro said, I want to break down Medusa for you. Okay, you want to come on set? You want to come on set? Because now I'm telling you, when y'all get on set, I'm just going to be listening. I'm be listening and learning. Like I told y'all, I'm a student too. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know. We may have some ideals of like what we are on a mission to do, but we really don't have a full scope of how great this thing is going to be. It's going to be, man, it's going to be a blast, man. The things I got up here going on right here, and us all putting our energy together to get this done and stuff like that, man, I can see some amazing things, you know? Okay. Okay. Now, how would I find you, LaShawn? LaShawn, how would I find you? You might be able to find me first because I ain't good with computers. I'm Mother Wisdom on here. You think you can find me, Mother Wisdom? Because I don't even see a search bar. I don't see a search bar. When I click on it, I just see this weird looking thing with one eye with a pencil writing on a notepad. That's all I see. That's all I got. I can share my status and just say hello. And it didn't even go through. Help, feedback, exit. I don't know. Hey, pretty crystal clear. Oh, Vashti says, make sure that I send the link privately to keep out trolls. Yeah, what I would do is I would send it to your email address, but I don't even know how to share it. I don't know. I can actually show it to you all so y'all can see it, but it'd be a lot of people who are on here may not want me sharing their identity. Mhm. New conversations, enter a name or email address. Let me see this email address. Somebody just sent me an email address. I probably gonna have to stop a minute and look this over and see what I'm getting into because I don't really know nothing about this. I've seen other people do it. At Gmail. Okay. Gmail. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Here we go. It wouldn't let me do it. Okay, it let me put you in. You're in. Hmm. I got it. I got it. Okay, BC Jordan, talk to me. What you know good? Make sure you ain't no troll, cause I found you. You kind of new, so don't take it personal. What? Okay, let me see. Who was that? Whose email was that? I lost you. Who were you? I forgot you. I forgot you, and I cannot find you. Hmm. Okay, talk to me, BC Jordan. I can't find you on here anymore. Cause I think I can hit you up. Okay. Oh, LaShawn Cash. You ready? I think I can hit you up. You ready? What you want to talk about? I don't know what I'm doing, honey. I don't know what I am doing. I'm calling you, girl.
Hi, Mama.
Hey, how you doing? Can can y'all hear LaShawn good? LaShawn, you look like my cousin. I have a cousin that looks exactly like you. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. So can y'all hear her good? Everybody can hear. I don't need to turn anything up. Okay. How about that?
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay, so on y'all, okay, okay, Kyla said you have a nice voice, and she got some beautiful dreads, y'all. She got some beautiful. She's pretty. She got some pretty dreadlocks too. Yes. Okay. Sasha says hi, LaShawn.
Hi, Sasha.
Okay.
I hope y'all
Okay.
don't mind the noise back there. I have my children still up, so they like
Okay.
me.
Okay. It's nice to have somebody in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be so quiet. You know how it is when sometimes it's real
Yes,
quiet in
ma'am.
here because the children are grown and they're gone now. I kind of miss that too when the kids were around. So enjoy it. Well, just enjoy them because they grow up so fast.
Yes, they do. I have
Hmm.
a total of 7.
Beautiful. Beautiful
Yes,
girl.
ma'am.
I think we all should have, if I could have 15 more, I would. Do you hear me? I said one time I should have had 15 children. Hello? I still have some around, you know what I'm saying? Because children keep you young, really. You know,
Yeah, they do.
they keep you
Yes,
busy and
ma'am.
stuff like that, and you won't be lazy just hanging around. Just sitting on the couch and not doing anything because they're gonna make you move.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, a little story that I know of Medusa.
Oh, okay, Malika. Hang on. Excuse me, LaShawn. What you said,
No,
Malika? Did you say give me an egg? LOL.
I have plenty.
Okay, she said she got plenty of eggs. Okay. Okay.
And what they
She's
call in the
laughing. She
South, the
said
fertile
LOL.
myrtle.
Fertile myrtle. Okay. Yes, honey. I was just popping them out like that, but the third one I said, that's it. I ain't doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? The biggest reason why I stopped having kids just looked like my boobs would just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and my stomach would get bigger. But some people just lose the weight just like this. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even
Oh,
tell they
yeah.
had children. You know what I'm saying? But me, honey, I was just getting too big. I said, I can't do this no more. These
Oh,
tits can't get no longer than this. Hello?
indeed. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I um I guess I just come from big families. My mom had four, and then my dad has, well, including me, four.
Uh-huh.
So I have quite a few brothers and sisters. And then there's the chosen family, which is quite big.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up kind of like in a background where it's Baptist here, Methodist there, but I pretty much differ from both sides. So I learned a lot about Medusa herself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think they said it was Poseidon that had raped her
Before we
because
get into the
um,
conversation, LaShawn, do you mind if I put the camera on you so they can see you discussing?
yeah, I don't
Oh, not
mind.
really, not right. Oh, you okay? You don't mind? Okay,
No,
okay.
ma'am.
So I'm gonna turn the camera on if I can get this silly little device to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yes, ma'am.
really, really hard. I got this thing
Yes,
from
ma'am.
what is called Five Below.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's my store.
Okay, then that's where this came from, and I'm like, oh man, I'll use it for right now, but I got to do better than this. I really got to do better than this, and I don't even know. I want to ask everybody, can you see? Can you see it better? Okay, I want to say, can y'all see it better? But wait a minute now. Wait. Okay, let me see what everybody's saying. Then I'll be able to tell whether they can see. Can y'all see her? Can y'all see her better? Okay, everybody said they can see you good. Oh, wait. I'm gonna adjust this. I'm gonna take it down just a little bit. I appreciate you have you coming to the show tonight, y'all. It seemed like I'm just getting half of her face, but okay, let me pull it over some. Ooh, that camera sure enough smell good. What y'all think? Can we do this? Somebody said just a little. This is so bootleg. This bootleg. Okay. Okay. Let me scoot it over just a little bit. I don't know why it wants to get part of your face and not all of it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, I know my moderator's gonna make sure they take care of any trolls because I can't see the cell phone device right now. Okay. Okay,
Yes,
I'm not
ma'am.
gonna interrupt. I'm sitting down. I'm gonna learn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, what was I saying? I get kind of my brain kind of swirls,
Take your
but
time.
um, so what they said about her, she was supposed to be a priestess to Athena's temple, and for a woman to hold that status, she had to be a virgin, but she did possess the beauty. I think she had two sisters. I can't remember their names.
Mhm.
It's so many stories behind them. But I kind of look at it as a mother maiden crone kind of ordeal.
Uh-huh.
So Medusa possessed this beauty about her, and a lot of men wanted her. And Poseidon, being the god of the sea, decided to come up in Athena's temple and took advantage of her in the temple. And,
back in the day, it was always the fault of the woman, no matter what, if it was the whoever it was that took advantage, because she shouldn't have put it out there or been too attractive or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So so she was cursed to be this monster. Um, Her story is more sad than it is a horror story where everybody's like they have to kill this monster and possess her head,
Mm-hmm.
because she can turn men into stone if they gaze up into her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that she's more of a good thing to have, especially when people are working with her, because she can keep out negativity, and she's also a protector of fertility as well. So there's a lot about her from different stories that I've heard, and because Perseus is the one that cut her head off to defend a, I can't think of the name of the monster it was, but when he took her head like this,
Mm-hmm.
that monster turned into a stone and went into the water. But like you said, I believe her hair was of locks because it's a connection to the earth with these.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I refuse to cut mine off. I just felt like you have that connection with earth. You feel the heartbeat. You feel everything that needs to be there. So why would you cut off your connection to all around you? Even when I ground myself, these are like my roots. And then when it connects to my mind, I can see things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you kind of see for what it is. It's like a veil being pulled back, basically. Your feet is a connection.
Mm-hmm.
The palm of your hand is a connection. It's up to us as individuals to make that connection. But if we just flat out ignore it, then it's not going to serve its purpose. So um, I just kind of left it at that with her. Just because she was misunderstood doesn't mean she was a bad person or whatever they want to perceive her as. And people nowadays, like I mentioned in the chat, I have to cover these up where I work at
Mm-hmm.
because it's something out there that doesn't want to reveal who you are. Um, and if you pull that back, people are scared of that. They jump back before they can realize, oh shit,
Okay.
what is this?
Right.
Who is this person? I walked in today and I said, well, I better be careful because so many people will put me under fire. And I've actually felt that in places that I went. So I carry stones with me too. I've done the Renaissance Fair here in Texas
Mm-hmm.
as a character. And I was told to collect all these different stones. So I have bloodstones, I have obsidian, I have clear crystal quartz, lapis zulu. Those all stayed with me. Citrine, and the more that I take them out and hold them in my hand, I make sure that I recharge them each chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't seem to understand that, it gets it twisted. I'm not what they call new age. I feel like there's something different
Okay.
about my spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
When I say witch, people are like, oh, so you worship the devil, pretty much. No, this
Okay.
is old stuff. Even my great auntie who passed away some years ago, I used to go to her house and she used to tell me something. I don't know if this is a thing in the South where um, the folks back then would take out a verse out of the Bible and sleep with it at the edge of their bed because something would be messing with them at night. When she called me over there and she said it was something sitting off into the corner. And she said she doesn't know if it was something left there or something was manifesting. And my aunt was straight religious. So I put salt in every corner of her house and then I went to clean it with holy water. And I told her all she had to do is open up her favorite verse in the Bible that gives her comfort and it won't be there no more. But then my older cousin had a problem with it. As soon as I left, he said, why are you letting her do that voodoo stuff in the house? And the first thing she said, that stuff is older than the Bible. That was her response.
Mm-hmm.
So she's
They
like the
they
only
they
one
call it
on my
like
side.
primitive. It's like primitive magic. or primitive practice. Yeah.
I mean, I feel that now,
And
when
primitive
I
as a good thing, not like primitive as like outdated. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because it has been around before any of voodoo and or any of these organized religions. You know,
hmm but
it's the very
it's sad
first
too.
practice.
I think what makes everything so dark now is when you get Hollywood involved, it flips a dirty side of the coin and to get this ugly side of voodoo or hoodoo and what have you, especially the stuff that is back from the motherland. You know, I said, well, before we came over here, what were we? You know, who were
Hmm.
we?
That's what
And
I'm
then
interested
when
in.
you try to find yourself, somebody else is gonna put a veil over that. My baby is right here. He's looking.
Uh huh.
Um, Want to say hi?
Hey.
And yeah, say hi.
Hey.
No, no, don't do that.
He's telling me I
But
gotta go. He wants his mommy.
yeah, yeah. You say hi. He was supposed to be a twin, but I lost that baby. So um, it was I shouldn't have survived, nor should he had. But yeah. You talking? You talking?
Oh, how sweet.
But yeah, it's a lot of things that are out here now, and that's why I'm like, if we don't stick to some of the old things, then we're pretty much screwing ourselves. And a lot of people may not agree with it, and that's fine. Even with the mermaid doll that you had, when I said last time something about having connection with water, something about merfolk in general, it, it's some kind of power they possess. And I know I spoke to another lady about
Can
this
you
a while
repeat that
back.
again? I didn't hear you. Say that again.
I told them I had spoke to a lady about having connections with merfolk. I
Okay,
don't know
now you
why.
got to teach me because I'm learning. Merfolk.
It's something because I know there's a goddess
Uh huh.
uh, that is. I don't know if it's in. I want to say in like Haiti or something.
Uh
I can
huh.
never pronounce her name, but she's the protector of children and women, and her colors are blue.
That sounds like
Blue.
Yemaya or
Yeah,
Yemoja.
her.
Uh huh.
And I kind of figured this whole thing. Mommy. Yeah, mommy. 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 Are you saying hi? Mommy.
Hey.
Say hi.
Oh, okay. Now I'm not your mommy though. Mommy is right behind you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But they do
I
call
sure
me
am.
mama.
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get his brother. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
What? Devin. Can you go get brother for a little bit? Sorry.
Oh, no
What's
problem.
good,
No
Bobby?
problem at all.
Dummy. Dummy. No, no, that's not dummy.
Oh, you ought to be ashamed.
He's a yellow baby. He's such a yellow baby. That's what
Yeah.
Auntie said. He's a
What's his
yellow
name? What's
baby.
your name? What is your name?
Bye.
What's your name?
My real name?
I was
Um,
asking the baby, what's his name?
my real name is Brittany, but my middle name is LaShawn. So
Uh-huh.
I usually go by LaShawn.
Okay, LaShawn.
Because there's so many Britneys in the world, so I'm just like, I'll just go by my middle name. I don't mind at all.
Okay. Yes, but
Um,
I was also asking the baby, what's his name? What's your name?
my name is Eli. My name is Eli. Mom. He thinks everybody is mama. He's 3,
Oh,
so
okay.
you like you got
You are a pretty big 3-year-old. You know that?
And he talks a lot. But
Okay.
during the day, if I'm at work, he usually runs the household and tell everybody to hush or sit down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he trying to be the boss? Are you trying to be the boss, huh? Eli, are you trying to be the boss? He
Yep.
said bye-bye.
I think I was trying to name him everything out of the book
Okay.
when I had him. Yeah.
Y'all still with me in the chat? Okay, I think everybody's still following me. That's a pretty good lesson on Medusa.
It's a
Yes.
lot about her because even well, when we talking about serpents, I actually had someone call me demonic because where I work at, we do have snakes, and there's quite a few of them. So that we have one out for the kids to see. So I
Okay.
was talking to the girl that was holding it, and then I turn around and I start talking to the snake and like whispering. And this lady walked past me, told me I was demonic for talking to a serpent.
Well, we gotta just excuse them because a lot of
Yeah,
people, they're just not on our frequency. So that's the way I
yeah.
see it. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
I
We're
was
not
like,
all in the same space and place. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
So,
was like, well, I mean, they need love too, and I just, I mean, the kids find it funny because they like this lady is really talking to the snake and holding a conversation with them. So it's like, wow.
right.
So it is quite challenging sometimes because you have to you have to try to find your center yourself in places like that. I just feel like there's a lot of bad. I don't like saying juju. I'm right here, Boogie. Mommy. No, I'm right here. I feel like there's a lot of bad juju because that place where I work at, there's now it was no life in it. Here, sit down. There was no life in it because a lot of these malls where I live at are becoming depleted. Now we do have something called travelers that come through that side of town, and they've been known to swindle and steal and make it hard for people to make an honest living. They didn't. They pack up and they leave to go north for a while. And then they'll come back here in the wintertime. So we do have trouble with them. But that mall in particular had flourished. It had a Macy's, it had a Sears. The Dillards is really nothing anymore. The JC Penney's is barely surviving. They took out a lot of the things that was there. And now you kind of feel it because I was like, well, the place is dead pretty much because there's something there, something that's blocking it. And I was like, well, what exactly is going on? I try to figure that out, but you got to pump life back into a place for it to flourish. And when it doesn't, it becomes kind of like a skeleton. It just becomes nothing. And that's how I feel when I walk through there. So I walk through there every morning carrying something in my hand. And I'm like, something is in this place. And I know I'm not tripping. Because this is a dying breed out here. I think it's more than just, people can't keep up with the stores and whatnot. It's something that has to do with that ground. People that they leave their imprint there is what I used to tell people. You can leave your imprint somewhere and it can be like a ghost. They can speak it into existence and it'll stay there and it'll start affecting anything or anyone around it. So that's how I felt. But I'm just like, well, let me see how deep I can go into this. Now, I don't want to bring nothing with me, but I sure will keep something to protect myself.
okay.
And even the animals there, they show out. Like they'll usually eat from people's hands, but these last couple of days, nothing. And on Sunday, we had a very bad storm come through. And I said, something is not right because these animals normally come up to people and do their thing. Now they don't want to be bothered with nobody and something's not right. I read them first. And they're like, oh, Brittany, you just talking out the top of your head. I said, no, I know what I see. When they start acting like this, and as soon as I said that Dallas-Fort Worth got hit really hard with like tornadic weather, and we're getting a lot of that down here.
Now, how long ago was that?
It's been rough because one of my friends claimed that They just got their power back a couple of weeks ago in the beginning of June. Then they turned around and lost their power again because out of nowhere, this storm, it was a big storm cell that came through here. Last year, we had not a drop of rain. Now, people complain about it because Texas is really hot.
Okay.
Really hot.
Okay.
And they will talk about they'll make all the prices go up in the grocery stores and all of that stuff. But then when we get the rain, they're like, oh, this is terrible. It's going to wash everything away. I said, but when you guys ask for it, you get it. And then you don't want the prize that you get because you're complaining about this. And then you turn around and when nature starts to talk back, you guys have a problem with it. So you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Okay.
You got to let her run her course. And I just think that honestly, it needs a lot of cleansing down here. Everything that goes on around here now, you just never know. Just a couple on last Saturday, a young man was shot day after his birthday. He was killed. So it's getting pretty bad. My mom had mentioned something not far from where I used to stay. They had baby. They had found two bodies of two men. Don't know how they got there. They were just found in the back somewhere. So whatever's happening, it's starting to happen now. A lot more people are coming up dead and hurt. So that's why we have to keep our guard up no matter what. And I said, it's more to me, it feels like a spiritual warfare. Something is going on. And that's what we're going to realize. It has nothing to do with whoever.
It's the fall of the empire. Babylon is falling. Yeah.
Something's
and
coming.
These corporations are crumbling.
Oh, yeah. It's
like
terrible.
You say, it's a new age coming. Really an age that's been here since the beginning of time. It's just time for this to go take its course and it to come what was to be once again. So yeah,
that's how I feel. I mean, I'm just like, well, here it comes, And now I usually have those little dreams. I'm like, something's coming. And I have a friend of mine. She would actually call me in weird times. Where I don't really hear from her. She said, hey, Brittany, I need you to interpret this for me. I'm like, what? Well, I had this dream, and she said, whenever she has these dreams, they actually come true. And I said, well, you got a gift. And she's like, well, it feels like a curse. I said, don't think of it as that, because you wanna just take it as it is and use it to your ability. Now, don't abuse it, then it'll become a curse. But speaking of nature, there she goes, she's talking. But she's like, I don't understand that. She said, I never knew somebody like me would have that. And I said, you don't necessarily have to, be in the occult to have these visions and stuff. You really don't. If it shows itself to you, it's a reason, and you need to use it to the best of your ability.
Right.
And that's basically what I outlined for her. She got kind of scared. I mean, even her and then another friend of mine will call me at 3:00 in the morning during the witching hour, talking about demons. And I said, the first thing I don't want to hear is about demons at 3:00 in the morning. Because I would tell her, I'll talk to you later, and then wait till I'm in the waking state.
Okay.
I can't do it. Not today, because she's into that part. And she's like, oh, well, yeah, girl, this paranormal stuff is going on. And I got to tell you about, I'm like, we'll talk about that later. When I can sleep at night. And she knows it. She knows it rather well. So I was like, yeah, you got to give me a chance to, get my mind right. And she even talked about, feel like something is sitting on her chest when she can't wake up. I guess they say it's like a demon sitting on your chest. You can't move.
So how long has she been bringing this to you?
The first friend's been bringing it to me for about a year and a half. And the other one, I've been friends with her for a very long time. She lives up in Oregon. And I talk to her every once in a blue moon. But when she starts talking about demonic, because I have a group myself on Facebook, where we discuss anything that has to do
Do
with
you
any
would you
types
like to
of
share it
random.
with them? You can share it
Ma'am?
with them. Would you like to share it with the audience?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Cause she's she would actually like she'll listen, but it's kind of like she'll dig in more and where she's at. Cause she even told me about something, her living in a house that was split up into apartments,
Mm-hmm.
and downstairs it had kind of like a basement with washer and dryers,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a I can't think of what kind of thing it is. It's like not even a closet, but it most older buildings have some kind of storage way,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about one little room where it used to be a light fixture in there and it don't work no more. Um, and she said you can hear like laughing and howling and stuff in there. And she said I had to get the hell out of there.
Mm.
And I asked her, I said, well, did you, you know, possess something, or because I feel like if you bring something negative to a place that's already negative, it's just gonna manifest even more. And
Mm.
that's what I tried to tell her. And but she kind of a little bit of a daredevil when it comes to her stuff. I mean, she goes on eBay looking for Dybbuk boxes and all this stuff. I said, you don't want to bring that nowhere near you because you're not
You
gonna be
you
able to get
talking
rid of
about
it.
like what, ghost boxes and stuff, ghost
Yes,
communication
ma'am.
boxes and stuff like that? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. They have
I,
apps too for that, you know.
yeah, I said you're asking for it. I said I'd be the first person who's like no because you don't know the kind of things that is inside. And if you try to open it, because I've been watching YouTube closely about a lot of these people who are paranormal investigators. You know, I give
Mm-hmm.
props to what they do, but when they go out here and get something of a sort like that, they're
Mm-hmm.
asking for it. This gentleman opened a Dybbuk box in the house with his child,
Mm.
and I was a little scared because you don't, I said I don't think I would want if that thing has something demonic attached to it. I don't think I would want to have something in the house like that around, especially around children, because that can make you sick, and then things start happening around you. I mean, just like you said earlier, how they used to say in dreams where people would get sick or they saw this and it happens. That's what's going on with my friend Crystal.
Oh.
That kind of thing, and
Uh-huh.
she's scared because she's from Missouri. No, she's actually from here. She's
Mm-hmm.
got family in Missouri, and we were talking about that one day, and she was like, she's like, I'm scared because I shouldn't be having that. And she said her mama was singing hymns underneath her breath, but you wouldn't know what she's singing.
Mm.
And then when we asked her, she said, well, Mama, why are you singing hymns? She said, I'm keeping the devil out. I'm keeping demons out of here. Um, but she said when she has that stuff, and she said, I'm scared because that stuff feels so real. I can barely wake up because even in her waking state, some of that stuff comes to pass. And she said she doesn't know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I told her the best thing to do is to meditate, cleanse yourself, um, and try to put yourself in a state where you see a light surrounding you, because she said it's not always dark, but lately it has been. And then with me having this stuff with the weather and things,
Mm-hmm.
I said it's time. It's something that's coming, and I said this is a time when everybody needs to wake up, like
Okay.
seriously, because I
Mm.
feel like more things are gonna happen. I tell her sometimes I hate watching the news. I do. It scares me to pieces because I just never know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, why am I watching this? And like 5 days later, I'm sitting up. I shouldn't have watched that because now my self conscious is gonna be messing with me. And whatever message I'm sending out there into the universe, well, it's gonna come knocking.
Okay.
And I told her that one day I had this terrible epiphany, if you can say that, because of course tornadoes being a finger in a sort, something that hit so hard, um, and during midday, as people were just going home, because downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth are terrible for traffic. Um, she was basically saying, I told her, just out of nowhere, the storm came up and it swiped everybody from left to right.
Mm.
And I said, that's scary. And every time I turn on the TV or I hear about, oh, did you hear about that tornado that touched down or this storm? Because a lady in Dallas was on the second floor and a crane had crashed into their apartment building. It killed her, but if her boyfriend never moved from that spot, he would be dead too. And this happened a couple days ago.
What?
And yes, ma'am, it happened a couple days ago. So
LaShawn, I
it's
noticed that
coming.
the weather you all have, 2 weeks later, we get the same exact weather y'all have. It's like it travels from that end and come over here.
And it
So
shows
if you say
it's
y'all you
showing
had tornadoes, when did you have tornadoes? When
Mm-hmm.
did they have tornadoes in Dallas? You said a couple of days ago.
Yes, ma'am. We had see Sunday night, Fort Worth got mainly the winds, and then they said there was some activity. I want to say Dallas, up in Denton, that region up there, and then in Benbrook, Texas, which is not far from me at all, has like it has a man-made lake, and they said that the sirens were going off. And the last time we had a very bad storm system that came in, it was back in 2004. All of Dallas, Fort Worth, all major cities around here lost power, and it took up to 2 weeks to get it all restored. There was people coming from Louisiana, Arizona, trying to help restore the power that we all lost. And then 2005, Katrina happens, and I had friends that stayed down there, and I was down in New Orleans a little while before it hit. And now all my friends then relocated and went to different spots. But they said it's never going to be the same again because when she came with anger. She was pissed off. And that's how I feel. Like I have a feeling this August or during hurricane season, we're going to see more hurricanes. We're going to see more natural disturbances, probably a couple of earthquakes because that's the message I'm getting. And it's scary. And a lot of people are like, oh no, that's just a bunch of, you feel it. Because if you talk to her and you let her know what's up, she'll tell you, hey, this is what I'm giving you. You need to wake up. And when it does happen, people are like, oh, I didn't see it. Because I don't really rely on meteorologists. Farmer's Almanac pretty much is what I was taught to use. I think it has some
I got
kind
the farmer's almanac right now, so y'all need to go out and get it, okay?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the best
that,
reliable
yeah.
source.
Oh, it's
Yes,
got a little
ma'am.
bit of everything on here too. How the
Oh yeah.
moon works with nature, good planning time with the moon. It's just it's very complex.
Oh yeah.
Very
They said
complex.
you just gotta follow. And a lady used to tell me, and because she's from Kansas, she said, read the sky and feel the ground. That's
Okay.
all she said. And she
Okay.
said, because she used to call the TV the lie box. So she never
Okay.
like watching TV. And she would
Tell
say,
live vision.
yeah. She's like, read the sky and feel the ground. That's all you gotta do. And
Okay.
I was like, what do you mean? I said, right now it looks hot and sunny. She said, exactly. That's all you need to know. And she said, the clouds will tell you what's going on. And she did something with her finger where she licked on and did like this. So I was like, okay, but it worked. Because I started to listen more what she had to say. Because she was raised on a farm somewhere out in Kansas. And she told me that. But it's just a matter of intuition, instinct, and then watching as nature starts to change. That's why I feel like a lot of people are shifting a little bit
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, and this is where I come with the whole connection with the ocean and stuff. When we destroy something as humans, and I say humans can be evil because we can be and manipulative. When we go off and do this whole thing, we build these houses and we take advantage of the natural resources and don't give it back. That's when nature says, "Oh no, you're not going to take it from me. I'm going to get it back, and I will destroy what you have and just do what I need to do to clean it up."
Okay.
Because I got sent a picture of a beach up in, was it Virginia Beach? It was trashed on Memorial Day. They
Mm.
destroyed that beach. They
Wow.
destroyed that.
I didn't know about
That
that
was a
either.
selfish act.
Oh.
They could have picked up after themselves. I get people celebrating, but if you destroy what we have, if the ocean is gone, we suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what pumps life into the land and give us what we need to survive as human beings anyway.
It's true.
And doesn't matter what they think. If you keep on doing what you're doing, we're gonna lose everything. And then we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be what they say doing the Hunger Games,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. I kind of feel like it has some symbolism in some of those things that I watch. And I'm kind of sitting back like, well, if we deplete all the natural resources and we don't give back, we don't plant a tree, we don't we don't do the thing that we're supposed to, and we destroy the very few things that keeps us afloat, we're good as gone, pretty much. And that's one of the scariest things ever to feel. It'll be dry and brittle. There's going to be more starvation, more diseases in the world. And that's why I'm just like, we got to get it together, because she's given warnings plenty of
Mm-hmm.
times.
Right.
She's like her coming in with a big old broom and sweeping out the mess, because she
Mm-hmm.
can do that. She's been around forever. you
There
know,
you go.
as she gives birth, she can do in death too, and that's why I'm like, she comes in many forms. It could be whatever form she chooses, whatever spirit she chooses. Um, and a lot of people ask me, why do I believe in a mother and a father? Because I said I believe in a balance.
Okay.
Because we have that here on earth. We have a mother, we have a father. So we have it in the spirit world, a mother and a
That's true.
father, you
Right.
know, and we have to be able to obey both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If not, well, what do parents do to their children?
Oh,
They punish
they have
them.
to discipline them.
They punish them.
That's
they
right.
they punish them, and that's what I feel. And I said it's more in depth than most people give it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started in the occult, I was taught different deities. I started with the Egyptians. I started with a little Native American spirituality as well, because that runs in my veins for some reason. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's more to this. Then I understand it was just Wicca being of New Age, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I felt like I was missing some chunks out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I started to connect with the old stuff. I call myself an eclectic witch, so I don't really stick to just one source, because a witch, as she chooses, or he chooses, um, is connected however they see themselves. And when you stick with one thing, it's like, okay. But Wicca kind of was missing a lot of pieces for me. So I had to dig deeper, meditate more. And then I found out I unlocked a lot of things um, with that. And that's why I feel myself going back to the old ways. And then as I see it, like Marie Laveau, I learned a lot about her. It's something about her, because when I went to New Orleans, my mom took me to the French Quarter, and I kind of felt like she was walking around down there. I forgot what cemetery she was buried in. I can never think with
Mm-hmm.
with her, but they said that when she meant business, she meant business.
Okay.
Um, And they said that she was a very high, like a very respectable woman down there in New Orleans. And if you crossed her, she'll get you. She was either there to help you or she was either there to destroy you, in a sense. So, uh, another friend of mine was telling me about another voodoo priestess. I think she's up in New York. I can't think of her name to save my life.
Is she the Haitian? She's a Haitian Mambo.
I think
Is
so.
it? She's an older lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it Mama Lola?
I think so. It
Okay.
sounds like it. Yeah,
Cause I
she
know
told me
she's
about
a.
her. She said now because at first she thought I was going to crack up and say, I said something about Miss Cleo. I said, well, that wasn't real at all. She's like, no, 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 this is the real thing. Um, and she's like, you need to open up to your own roots. And that way the connection could be stronger between you and whatever, because she's like, Wicca is more new age. It threw out some old, added some new. Some things don't make sense. It didn't. And I felt like I was just being a follower and I wasn't really planting my own feet on the ground. As a witch, as myself, I couldn't really call myself a true witch until I found where I belong. Um, and then as time progressed, more of the old ways from the motherland started to creep up. I'm seeing things in masks. I can't even describe them if I tried. And they're dancing around, open fires, and I'm just like, what does this all mean, really? You know? And then my friend told me, she said, it's calling you for a reason. And I honestly don't know much about it, but I will pick up a book or I will ask questions. Um, and ask about Papa Legba, and then they were talking about crossroads. There was something about doing work at the crossroads, down like at midnight or something. Well, they were talking about devil, like selling your soul to the devil, but I don't think it had nothing to do with that. But it's just like it was so misunderstood because I think there was a movie that was based off of that I think the other discussion we were talking about the zombie powder. What was it? The what's that country people are going to right now and they're getting killed? Is it the
Dominican
Dominican Republic?
Republics. Yeah.
Some, and that's why I was mentioning like the serpent in the rainbow. Wasn't it something that had something like something with a zombie powder? And this guy was going down there and what you call it? He was trying to bring it back, and then it was a process they had to do, but it was very secretive. And in order to get this powder, you pretty much couldn't leave with the secret. But I kind of felt like that because I was thinking about that too, about that man and that lady that died down there recently. I had a friend that told me something about her taking a cruise. So I said, I hope it's not where I think it is. She said, oh, no. No, 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 no. We're staying away from there.
Okay.
I feel like more people, they're like, well, we want to go to vacation. Granted, I encourage it, go see while you can, but if it's going to cost you your life, I feel like there's something being put up there too. They don't want you there for a reason. And I think it has to, I don't know, I don't want to say human sacrifices. That sounds so, I don't know, but they were talking about they died of something with their breathing or heart, something, but it sounded really funny when I was reading. I said, nah, not at the same time. Somebody was the hotel staff something because that's where some of the slaves were dropped off too, weren't they? From in here.
Well, that's what they say now.
So they don't want them there. And they said that there was this black lady from the United States went down there and she was treated like crap. And they were like, she's like, well, you look just like me. She said, no, we're not black. No, we're not black. No, we're not black. And so it's getting to the point now. It's like there's, like I said, it's a lot of evil stuff going on, and I feel it. I don't know how many other people can feel it out there, but it's scary and makes you not want to leave your front door because you don't know who's trying to collect and put across you or something like that. Like they're speaking things into existence to happen to you.
Basically, they looking for a lot of sacrifices right now.
Yeah, it do feel that way.
What it is.
They speak ill of your family for your kids to get sick or someone in your family to go to jail for something he didn't do. Um, you know, that's it's really sad that people wish that kind of thing on people, but I don't know. And sometimes it feels like if I say something like that to a neighbor, they're like, "Oh, girl, it's nothing. It happens all the time." It used to not be that way. People would, like I told them, I said, "Well, you remember going over to having big cookouts and fish fries on Friday? Now you burying somebody on Friday. It's not like it used to be at all. You used to be able to go to a big gathering, everybody playing cards or playing domino. Now you got people shooting and exchanging bullets.
Yeah,
Bodies
people
coming
are
out.
desensitized here in America right now.
Yeah,
No sense of
it's
family right now. You know what I'm
it, it,
saying?
oh yeah. I just I'm not into politics or anything because I just like I don't. The minute somebody start talking about it, I go the other direction because I'm like, look, I said you don't really see the whole picture. I said while everybody's going back and forth and arguing about this and that, I'm like, there's something deeper than you guys know, and that's the distraction that you're getting. It's more in depth. There's some evil stuff out there, and you got to prepare for it because if you don't, it's gonna be too late.
That's why we
I
need
said,
our protection magic.
mm-hmm.
In the craft, we I mean that's something right at this point that we should definitely be dwelling in. Do you
Oh yeah,
practice protection magic?
mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
I thought, was it? I thought I use a lot of sage in a lot of things that I do.
Uh huh.
Holy water I keep on me, and my stones that we were getting into earlier. We were talking about stones of different types. I learned clear crystal quartz can work some stuff for you if you let it.
Okay.
Um, and then Lapazoo is another thing that I like the most. They always say that the stones will make a connection with you. If you find that stone and you have that connection with it, it will for you. Because I had a bloodstone somewhere around here. I don't know what my son did, um, but it feel like every time I get a hold of something, I'm like, okay, I need to hold on to this. They even spoke of witches jars too, where you collect urine or nails or hair, put in rusted nails, broken glass, and bury it somewhere out in the yard. I mean, I wouldn't bury nothing around here because I don't know what kind of surprises I'll get.
Okay.
But you can keep it under your bed and leave it undisturbed in the space where nobody will bother it. I made one of those years ago and had no problems. But now I feel like it's time for me to make another. And I don't know about this, Mama, but when they say somebody is born on a Saturday, because I was, which they said something about Saturday's children, and I'm trying to find sources about that because most of my kids were born on a Monday or a Tuesday. I asked my mom what day I was born on. She said she couldn't remember because it was so many years ago. So I looked it back up um, and found out that I was born on a Saturday, and they something about Saturday's children. And I don't remember where I read it, but I'm trying to figure out what that meant because they talk about the star children and all this other stuff. There's so many things out there that I try to grasp onto, but um, they said something about their intuition uh, being where it just hits them on the head, and it's just they have to wake up I didn't know if that was a good thing. I mean, being born is a good thing, but
Okay.
it's the gifts that you
Mhm.
get because even everybody in this chat got some kind of gift, whether it's through cooking, because there's cooking magic, there's, people who know how to, just pray something off of you and it's gone.
Mhm.
Um, there's people that can, figure out anything mathematically. I cannot. That's a gift.
Mhm.
Singing is a gift. You can, but when it comes to things like, because honestly, with me, Mama, I can be honest. I am one of these people that never really believed in myself because of the reflection that I've had, because the people that I had around me, some
Mhm.
people I've cut ties with, some people I'm still kind of tied to, but I'm trying to get rid of that
Okay.
slowly but surely, because they drain the life out of me. They are literally sucking the life out of me to the point where there are days I'm just like, oh, I can't get this off my back. I want them to leave me alone, let them go, let it go, let it go. I even had that at an old job where, I was going through all this stuff and my bosses were just being nasty about the whole thing because I was speaking and trying to defend myself when I wasn't doing anything wrong. And I got lied on because it was so much turmoil in that company. And I ended up leaving. I broke away from it for 3.5 years. And it was hard for me to do, but I'd rather try to keep myself intact than to fall apart. And it was terrible that these people were working so hard against me, but then try to switch it up like nothing ever happened. And I kind of felt that, I had to switch jobs consistently, and it's bumming me out, and I'm tired of it. I just want to stay put as long as I can and be content with that until I can't do that no more. But I just want to be able to have stability. But my self-esteem problems are more of everything that was ever fed to me, because I was treated like the outcast on both sides of the family.
Mhm.
And I was always told that I didn't come off like my cousins. They're all about shopping and things like that
Mhm.
and being that. But I don't even find the thrill in shopping. I'd rather go to a park and go hike, or I have a connection with animals. I mean, shoot, I'm trying to work on getting my first baby ball python, you know.
Oh, I saw that. I said she's gonna want a snake pretty
I
soon.
need my baby. And
Okay.
I'm like, I talked to someone, so hopefully it'll go through this
Mhm.
time. But I want a healthy, happy snake,
Okay.
so that I can have that connection
Well, so
with
what
them.
do you mean? Hopefully this time it'll go through.
Ma'am?
Oh,
Well, you know how people swindle you and tell you things? You kind of have that feeling they just want to get rid of something because they don't want it no more.
okay.
Something told me not to go fall for it because anybody can tell you anything. And then you go off and you give them your money or whatever the case may be, and then something turns out to be wrong with it. I've had that happen before.
Uh-huh.
So I'm
So,
like,
cause how
something
much do
told me
they
to wait.
cost? How much do they cost?
Um, a good breeder would go. So they always say stay away from pet stores, especially like PetSmart, Petco,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know where they came from. But
Uh-huh.
going to like a reptile show or some of the sort, or getting to a good breeder, word of mouth, basically.
Uh-huh.
They do this for a living. They handle them, so by the time they adopt them out, those animals are already docile, and they're not going to strike you, and they're healthy. They got a clean bill of health.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, I'm going to wait a while because I know a friend of mine just got one,
Mm-hmm.
and she got it from PetSmart, and he's already sick.
Oh
Poor,
no.
poor thing. Poor little thing. But
Uh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she can get him to a healthy state, but it just, they're never really, some people are not really honest about what they're trying to do. They care more about the money than they do the
Mm-hmm.
animal. And that's what bothered me. So I'm like, I thought about it long and hard. And it's great around children, so no problem there. My mom might flip when she finds out, but I don't live with her, so um, but I just felt like having that. This the serpent crawls on its belly on earth, so that's my connection right there.
Mm-hmm.
To have that that certain animal with me. I have a cat and a small dog. My cat, I tie her into warding off evil spirits. Well, him. Sorry, Tagario, who's actually asleep. Um, and like with the Egyptian goddess Bastet, I think I said her name right. She is the mother of all cats, but she also protects women and children. So you got one of her babies, you're pretty much, you got that connection with her. Now my dog is just, he's an uplifting spirit. It's kind of like something's intact with him because I lost three people that I was really connected to. They had died, like my great aunt, grandfather, and my uncle. My grandpa and uncle passed away like months of each other, and my great auntie, I used to talk to her a lot. That I used to go to her for everything, and she's always telling me, always look at yourself and give yourself that whatever you lost back. Don't let nobody come up here and try to sweep you off your feet and knock you down because she got tired of it. People badmouth me for so long about one having seven children when they don't know the whole story, and then trying to throw me under the bus. But she was one of those people who encouraged me because she'd been through something in her past where she had, well, I think five children and one died with the umbilical cord still attached when she was giving birth. So
Mm.
she's because she was in an abusive relationship, and back then, you couldn't really do anything, either take it or you just up and leave, but it wasn't that easy to leave.
Mm.
And then she got with my uncle Bingo, who pretty much put her on a pedestal and took care of her because when she got sick, she was bedbound. So he retired from his cooking job, and then he ended up taking care of her, and he took care of everybody in the neighborhood. It was always somebody's house you can go to in that neighborhood. They would have soda pop and all kinds of things. He took care of everybody. But the sad part is my uncle died before she did. He died of a heart attack where his medication was this close to him, and he left. He was gone.
Mm.
So when she died, I felt part of my soul go with her. Same with my grandfather. My
Mhm.
grandfather was blind, so he could not see. He lost his sight before I left for Japan back in the 90s.
Mhm.
And it's like, why am I losing these people close to me? Come to find out, one of my aunties told me, well, when you lose someone close to you, three new lives are going to come, or however many lives. I had three more children after that because I already had four, and everybody that I had given birth to, somebody prior had died. My firstborn was born on 9/11 of '01.
Mhm.
So that right there, I had no idea what was going on, but my grandfather on my dad's side had died the year before. So then I had my first baby the following year. So it's just kind of like, I said, that is kind of strange because when my cousin was shot and killed in '04, I had my first son in '04. So it's just like, God, that is some,
Yeah, it's like they make room. It's like the spirit makes room for another life to come in. So
yeah.
somebody got to leave, and then babies are born, or vice versa. Yeah, that does happen. Uh huh.
They kind of
Yes.
feel like what they say, even your ancestors, even if you never met them, they kind of manifest in your children. They
Mm-hmm.
reflect on your children.
That's right.
I found a picture of my one of my kin, and she was a slave in Louisiana. Her name was Morning, and
Okay.
my daughter looks a little bit like her. And I showed it to my grandmother. My grandmother will be 81 years old this year,
Okay.
on Halloween, no less. And I showed, I said, Grandma, this looks just like my daughter. And she said, You know what? She sure do.
Mhm.
And but my grandmother had never seen pictures. She never knew who her great what her great grandfather looked like. And I found him through ancestry.com.
Okay.
And I was like, when I see them, I kind of see myself, and then I see mainly my children. So I'm like, are they manifesting? I'm not saying reincarnating, but just they're with the kiddos, and their reflection comes through them.
Mhm.
Um, and I try my best to, you know, tell the kiddos, we come from a line of people that, they did something great, even if they did work the fields, or whatever they have to do.
Mhm.
But that I felt that way whenever I lost them. The ones that went and gone, they came back, and I was like, well, maybe they're not gone forever. Uh, but see, my grandmother and mom, they're Baptist, so I don't really talk to them about this kind of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I love, like I said, I have, because I grew up in the Baptist church, but I knew something wasn't right because I left it when I was 16. I
Mhm.
mean, I would go periodically back and forth, but something told me I didn't belong there. And I didn't know what it meant. And then that's where I got accused of being a devil worshiper and all of this stuff. I even I didn't even know I was doing this at 14. There was these neighbor kids that used to bum me out, they used to try to, beat up on me. And I told them if they didn't get on somewhere, I'm gonna make something chase them
Okay.
and leave me be.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Oh, you one of those people?" I said, "What do you mean those people?" And said, "You one of those people that do that stuff, the devil stuff." I'm like, "You gonna find the devil in your house if you don't let me alone,"
Okay.
you know. And if for some reason these folks up and moved after a while, so I ain't
Mhm.
seen them no more. But I got tired of people. I don't want to hurt anybody because that's the last thing I want to do. But I
Uh-huh.
got tired of that entity, that energy that they had, where they were projecting it on me when I never done nothing to them.
Mhm.
Um, and they got gone. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I said, well, is something wrong with me as a person? Like, where does this come from? Because, if I was raised
Yeah, me and
a
Sasha was
certain
talking
way,
about that. Sasha, remember
yeah, I
we was
said,
talking about that, Sasha? We was talking about that last night. It's something behind this. It's some. I don't know if the dreadlocks have something to do with it or the practice. Our practice and our strong belief and our
mm-hmm,
confidence in what we believe. I think what is going on, people are intimidated by it.
mm-hmm.
They are
They
intimidated.
are. That's why I hate wearing that
They're trying to
head
figure
cap.
out where your confidence comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, see, I don't even know where it comes from because it it'll be there 1 minute and then something's like on this side talking about no, don't do that. You
Oh,
got you
I
gotta
see what
you
you're
gotta
saying.
conform. It's
It's
like it's
there
telling you to
sometimes, and then
conform.
then there's something trying to discourage you the next
Uh-huh.
moment. You know what I'm
It's sitting
saying?
right there on
They
the
don't like
shoulder,
sis. They don't
literally.
like the fact you got your head up in the air, honey. You hold your head up, and and once again, it's just like the confidence in what you're practicing. You're so
Mm-hmm.
sure of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That along with the
Mm-hmm.
dreadlocks, they don't like that. Mm-mm.
Oh no, ma'am. They I think they made that law, uh made a federal law because I used to work for Six Flags over Texas, and I had to conform then, but I mean I needed to feed my children, so I worked what I have to until I could do better.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not. Their dress code said no dreadlocks. No,
What?
no dreadlocks. No dreadlocks. I promise you, it said no dreadlocks. And I'm like, because it was a young guy, teenage kid, wanted to earn some money for school clothes next year. His mom is all for him doing that. So he went in for the interview. Nice looking kid, dressed from head to toe. He had his locks sitting on top of his head like this. and went in, and he came out crying, said, "Mama, I didn't get the job." And she said, "What do you mean you didn't get the job?" They said they weren't worried about what I had on. They were worried about what was on top of my head. They said that he was going to have to cut it. And his mom, "The hell you say? You ain't cutting nothing." She said, "You cutting your hair is like cutting part of your soul," is what she told him. So, but he did end up finding him a summer job and had no problems ever since. But she was going to sue. She wanted to sue the hell out of Six Flags, but it's so hard. Like companies like that, the big ones, they have that law on their side.
I remember the Six Flags saying no dreadlocks. I remember that.
That made me mad because I had my locks for going on 5 years. Yeah, in 5 years in December. I'm so sick of having to conform and look a certain way. And my friend said, "You know what sucks is because we're in the South, number one. And you try. I said, what the hell does my hair got to do with anything when I can put the skills and get my damn work done? I clock in, clock out, and I ain't got to bother you." I said, "I can scrub toilets, and what the hell does that got to do with anything with this? What are you so afraid of?" But when people start going back to their natural hair, it has become a problem.
Yeah.
And then they want to talk about, somebody said I was saying something about being racist. How's my hair being
They
racist?
said what?
My hair grows like this out of my scalp for a reason. I just chose to rock it. And it's healthier than it has been. I don't have to consistently keep cutting it off. I don't have to keep consistently putting relaxers in it because I've had the last chemical burn I had, Mama, was right here in the back. And it hurt so bad it was bleeding. I was scared that my hair was never going to grow back. And I told myself, I'm not going to cut my hair anymore. I don't care. I had people insult me too, well, trying to insult me.
Child, they might make these things against the law.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't want to call them things, but you know what I'm saying? They might make dreadlocks against the law.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad when it's something.
And they use us to enforce those rules and those laws. They use us, to do that. Just like one of these schools, it was a black principal, female black principal, that said that dreadlocks were not allowed in the school.
I seen that story. I sure did. It was a little boy, and he was up there crying too. Little, about 6 years old. I got a son that's 6. Now you see my youngest son. My other two, my youngest daughter and my 6-year-old, they're biracial, of course. My baby girl comes home and tells me, "Hey, Mama, they told me I wasn't black enough." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, I don't want to go," because she's part of a reading program to kind of help her through the summer. And she said, "The kids up there say I'm not black enough." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They said, "Because my 11-year-old, now my first 4 have the same dad, and then I'm married to my youngest children's dad, who happens to be Hispanic." So I walked in and I was like, "See, they're going to make every part of me come out." And I told her, I said, "It doesn't matter. As long as you know who you are, they have nothing else to say." But these parents are teaching these kids to be so daggone mean. It's ridiculous. It's I get so upset because children learn that stuff from home. They're taught that mess at home. And then when they get ready to go out there in the big world, I said, people get hurt behind that stuff. I said, y'all got to stop trying to feed these kids that negative stuff because they're going to say it to the wrong person.
Right.
And people are not nice these days. They're terrible. I mean, where I live at now is not the best of neighborhoods, but it's rough. It's rough because I see
that's why a lot of people doing the homeschooling, sis.
Oh yeah, I need to. But if I could definitely take the time out to do it, if I didn't have to work so daggone much.
Girl, they keep us on the plantation so that they can have our little children mind and so they can do the brainwashing.
tactics
Oh
and
yes,
stuff like that.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad my children are kind of like I learned a lot of my history from my folks. My grandmother, when she told me she was picking cotton, my one of my daughters like, "Grandma picked cotton." I said, "She sure did," and she would tell her stories. It was stories passed from whichever generation all the way to now. So
Mm-hmm.
I learned from both my grandmothers,
Mm-hmm.
because my dad's mother, her grandma, came from a reservation in Oklahoma, and they
Oh.
settled in East Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she said that those folks knew Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay.
Somebody in there knew Bonnie and Clyde. I said, I'm pretty sure they did. They lived in Tyler, Texas, because they were through there.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, she's like, that's where history comes from. Is if we tell the things that we put in the book
Uh-huh.
that didn't look right, it made me go do more and more research on my own. That's why I like going to museums, or I talk to somebody that's a historian that knows what they're talking about, and don't try to sugarcoat nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And they always talk about the little old man or the little old lady that talks a bunch of stuff and tells a bunch of stories like, oh yeah, baby, back in the day, we used to. There's a reason why they do that, because they want to make sure their stories keep going and that you don't forget it. And there's some things that I was told, and I'm like, so that's what they were doing, because they didn't get the chance to sit in the schoolhouse all the time. They only got the little picks and pats of it. My grandfather told me he lied to get into the army at 16 when he was supposed to be 17. So
Mm-hmm.
I told my kids that, and they like, Grandpa lied to get into the military. I said, because where he comes from, it was a lot of sharecropping,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to get out and do what he had to do. So in order for him to get away, he lied to go join the military.
Mm.
Um, and my other grandmother, she was the first of the first to go to college.
Okay.
And I have a great auntie that was a nurse in the Air Force. She passed away right before I got back from Japan. And the reason why I was over there was my dad was in the Navy, 30 something years in the Navy, but I don't really talk to him that much. But I was over there for 2.5 years. And I, and then there's another reason why I picked up on so many different types of spirituality, because there was a lady that kept me once that was a Buddhist. Then
Mm-hmm.
my stepmother was a Catholic. And then there was another lady that was my Girl Scout leader, was a Hindu.
Okay.
So I picked up a lot of stuff over there. Um, I that's like, why is I'm being taught this? Because I went to a Buddhist temple and had no idea what I was doing. But I went along because whoever was keeping me, I would go with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been actually a couple weeks ago. I met a lady that is a Buddhist. She works for the museum downtown.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted me to come in and sit in and listen to her talk and everything. I don't mind. I love hearing what people have to say, you know. And she said she finds this inner peace in herself and just a beautiful soul. You can just tell she's a beautiful person inside and out. It's something about her that glows.
Mm-hmm.
So I connect to them, but there's some people I start to get sick around. I'm like, I gotta stay away from them. They something ain't right. Um, Even what they say, somebody could bring down the whole mood of the room because the way they are. They sour on the inside, so they rotten. The soul smells of rotten meat or corpse. That's the smell that I smell when I'm around somebody that's negative. I'm like, ugh.
Mm.
Um, I've actually pulled somebody to the side before, long time ago. I didn't mean it. It was just something that just hit me. And I said, why do you let people take advantage of you? And she said, what do you mean? I said, I'm reading your eyes and you let everybody use you as a doormat. Why do you do that? And she started to cry. She said, how'd you know that? I said, I don't know.
Sounds like you're
I,
an empath, most definitely. You're
that
empathic.
scared me even. I said, because they say something about people who do cold readings, those psychics and whatnot,
Uh huh.
which make it a little harder on someone who doesn't do anything. I don't gain anything from it. I just want to be able to, like, if I have a message, I want to give it to them.
Right.
And if it's meant for them, the spirit say so, and I'll go for it and give it to them. But there's a lady out here. I went to see her at the Renaissance Fair. She's called a seer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew people can have a like a gleam in their eye to where it looks like a candle light or something flickering in their eye. And she read me like a book. And I thought she was gonna tell me some bad stuff, but I had cried so much. I had to break out a character that day because I play a storyteller for the Ren Fair, and I just busted out crying because what she told me, she had some kind of cards. I can't think, they had like shapes and stuff on them. She had me separate three stacks, and then she just started looking in my right eye, and I could see like this little inside of her eye. It looked like a candle flicking. I never seen that in most people.
Mm.
So I knew she was the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, people can do a tarot reading all day long, but they'll switch it to where it sounds believable, but I know something ain't right. But they say, you'll meet a tall, dark, handsome stranger or some of the sort, and then come to find out, they just telling you something to make you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But she had me sobbing so hard. And then I felt this thing that said, it tapped me on the shoulder. You're where you're supposed to be, because it drew me to her.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't intending, but the money was well spent for what the service she provided. And then I got a cleansing from another lady who I'm now good friends with. She took me to a willow tree and made me ground myself. They even got a picture of me. I have to share it with you one day.
Okay.
At the Renaissance Fair, hugging a tree, and I had tears gleaming down my eyes. And the sun was hitting it directly where it needed to at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the character choice that I chose, because I was supposed to play a touched by God character, kind of out there, it worked fine. But there were some times I wasn't playing. And that was the day I wasn't playing at all. And I was like, please don't let me go. I just said it out loud. I said, let me stay put. I want to stay right here, because something made me run away from something. And then I went to that very tree had me ground my energy in. And then she was like, oh, baby, because she was reading me. And she said, it felt like all this weight I had on my shoulders all these years just dropped off like a boulder. And it made her cry. She said, you've been hurting for so long, because you do for everybody else, which I never have a problem. I always would put my heart on the line for people, but there's only so much I'm going to take, because I let people walk over me before. I've had fellow friends, or old friends, no longer friends, pretty much stabbed me in the back so bad, to the point where I was left in utter shock. It ate me alive. And we were practicing together for years. It was like him and I, like brother and sister. He had Haitian roots and roots from Ghana, because his father's from Ghana. And we would stay up. There would be nights, if we couldn't sleep, we'll go do a ritual in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And we would start channeling stuff and start talking about things. And then he betrayed me, and I was so blind. I had a smoky cloud in front of me. And one of my friends said there was a snake in front of my door in a dream he had, where the snake was biting at him to keep him from coming in. And come to find out, he says there was somebody who was going to betray me. And sure enough, it was that very person. Well, it was two people. And he was engaged to somebody. He had a boyfriend. And rest his soul, he killed himself. And he was what I considered an angel on earth, because this person has been nothing but honey to me, and he took his life because
Mm.
two people did something so vile he couldn't take it no more, and they were trying to destroy me, but I couldn't be defeated. Um, and I'm glad I cut that person out, but I got one more to deal with, and it's a lot harder, but I'm getting there. But it was just all this stuff, all this toxic stuff. And when she told me that day, I let a lot of things go, and crying the way that I was, she said, it's about time you let it go because you're doing too much for everybody else and you're not looking at yourself. But how I feel as a whole, like I can see everybody else's life as a clear mirror, but for me, it's a smoky screen. I can't see for myself. And it scares me sometimes because I'm afraid of what will be on the other side of that. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to get hit hard. And I'm pretty sure people have experienced that before, even in here in the chat, where they can see everybody like a clear glass and can tap on it
There's an old statement. They said a psychic is blind to their own life.
and it hurts. And no doctor, and that's what gets me. They say, oh, just go to counseling and talk it out and all of that. I said, no, this is something a little sad man in a white coat can't cure. This
Mm-hmm.
is something a whole nother level of healing that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And to get over and to cut those thorns, because if I don't, it's going to mess with me and I will not blossom. And I've had that happen to a few people that I know, where something or somebody would do all this stuff to them to try to destroy them as a whole, to the point where they were so weak they couldn't even eat, they
Mm.
couldn't even wake up and get up and go do the things they used to do, because these people that they kept around, and they were so convinced that these people loved them, and they couldn't do no wrong.
Mm.
But somebody like myself was like, hey, something's not right. Because before this person came along, you were doing this, you were happy, you were content, and you may not had all of this, but you had all your eggs in the basket. And for somebody to come along and try to take that from you,
Mm-hmm.
little by little, it tore you up. I mean, I could barely sit in their house for a very long time because I know that person is there. And I was like, I hope you put sprinkle salt around you where you sleep at night, because that person is trying to suck the life out of you. And they're like, oh, no, no, honey, it's all right. They had a rough life. Yeah, everybody had a story to tell,
Mm-hmm.
but it's what they do with it. And some people choose to do nasty things, very nasty things. And they sick. It's so sickening. They get joy out of it. That's some
Mm-hmm.
sickness. I didn't know people will get excited about seeing somebody else miserable.
Mm.
But I always tell myself, you can't build an empire on somebody else's misery.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work that way. And if you think it like that, you will. You're gonna sink really fast. Um, and they don't seem to understand that. And I didn't want to be that person to be like, I'm not trying to be in your business. I can't tell you what to do because you're grown. But if this person sits up, it's like they're plotting to see your downfall. And when you're left at nothing, they leave. They go about their business. And you left to
Mm-hmm.
clean up the mess. And sometimes it's going to take years to get all the pieces back together if you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad notion. And that's why I feel like now it's hard to trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Say that
this is
again.
really like today, as we speak, this is
Mm-hmm.
very hard for me because I'm very shy around people.
Okay. You
I
doing it,
really
got me,
am.
but I thought you were used to doing this a lot because you it's so natural. Everything is
I'm
flowing
like, you
so
know what?
naturally.
That's why I was like, I need to break down the barriers, uh,
Okay.
and
Okay.
let
So now
people.
you said that you do have a group on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am. We're
Would you
called
want to
the
share?
Traveling Sisters of the Traveling Besom of Sisters or something like that. My friend named the group.
Okay, the Traveling
She
Sisters of
Traveling Besom, the
Travel
Sisters of the Traveling Besom. So
Travel
they
Besom.
are
Spell the besom. Spell besom.
uh,
Travel
they
besom.
most of them are still tied into Wiccan roots.
Uh
I'm
huh.
just a little different from most of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little joke about us because I don't call myself a supreme or a priestess or anything like that. I just am, and one of them goes, "Oh no, you better watch out for Tia Dama," and they're talking about me
Uh
because I relate to her from Pirates of the Caribbean,
huh.
the Obey woman,
Uh huh.
and that's been a running joke for years.
Oh.
Um, but I'm just like, well, there's a reason why she's the way she is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they're like, but you know what? You kind of do remind me. I said, is it the dreadlocks? I mean, come on, yeah, this is the dread. She's like, no, it's not the dreadlocks. It's the spiritual being
Mm-hmm.
because she's a strong spiritual being. And the way she's connecting with the water, that's how I am.
Mm-hmm.
Except I want the fins and all the pretty things. And but they one of them, I've been knowing her for a very long time, and her witchery, if I can put it this way, was passed down to her from her great great grandmother. So it skipped a couple of generations because her great great grandmother had all kinds of stuff, like little. She kept like a little diary of her little spells, if you can put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
She's what I call a garden witch,
Mm-hmm.
because this girl can grow anything from just looking at it. But and the other one I said, the one that talks about demonology,
Mm-hmm.
she's in there. That I tried to make sure she's careful. I passed down my instead of destroying the Ouija board I had, I'll
Mm-hmm.
never have one again. I passed it down to one of them in the group. I don't know if this is old stuff, but I tend to name things, any kind of item that I have, like say if it's a cauldron at the time, or an athame, or whatever I had that meant some kind of significance, that I would name it. And someone told me that that is an old way of saying, because you giving that a property, you giving it life, energy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a common thing. But the Ouija board had a name. Her name was Bertha. Um,
Oh.
I don't know why it came up, but I was not gonna throw it away. I just
Mm-hmm.
passed it down into where it can never be disturbed again. Because the last time it was used, it was not by me. It was somebody that had no business touching it because she was too busy. She was playing with something that she didn't understand. Um, and ended up making her run upstairs and shutting the door for some reason. She would not
Mm.
tell me to the day what it was. And I said, you shouldn't have asked you the things that you want to, because those spirits can manifest into something. They can tell you whatever the hell they want to. They don't have to be honest with you, because you can't think that you're talking to grandma or auntie
There
or
you go.
anything.
Hmm.
They'll put on
But
a
you know what,
mask.
LaShawn? I just wanted to know if you had some closing statements that you wanted to make, because because I'm gonna get ready to probably head on to bed and everything. I know. Okay, but no, I do want you to let everybody know, if you'd like to, the name of the group again. You say it's
Okay.
what's the name of it again?
The traveling sisters, the traveling besom, something of sisters. You guys can actually find me on Facebook under LaShawn Cash. You can't really miss it because I will have on a green shirt, and my hair is actually to the side like it is now. Um, but I can add anybody. I don't mind. And I'll just add you guys to the group that way. And I'm pretty sure my sisters, as I call them, would appreciate it, because they're always looking for
Like-minded
more
people.
people to connect with,
Uh-huh.
or it's always a question of the sort. And we would be more than happy to have whomever. I know I talk a lot. I did say I did.
Oh, no, no problem. Because what we probably need to, we're gonna have to get back on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We got to get
Oh
back on
yeah,
tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes.
especially after, because I don't have to work the day after, so I'm going
Okay.
to be fresh, and probably everybody be in bed on time. Sorry
Okay.
about Eli.
No, no problem at all. No problem at all. Yes. So,
But yeah, I am more than happy to have more people on there,
okay.
um, and I always appreciate the connection, because the more we have in numbers, the better. And just to have that, just to be able to talk to anybody, hey, I'm always there. And if I don't answer right off back, it's because I'm doing something. But
Mm-hmm.
I would be more than happy. The other girls in there, I will let them know ahead of time what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be this whole big, because we're always on Messenger.
Okay.
So it'd be this one whole message board, and sometimes we'll send videos or whatever we have, and it'll be a wonderful thing. So hey guys, if y'all would like to, I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, we really enjoyed you, LaShawn, and everything, and hopefully you'll be back. Well, you said what? You tomorrow to the other day after.
I'll be back tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
And what have you. So I'll be ready to go. I'm probably do some more research in between tonight and tomorrow, because I
Okay.
have a lot to do.
Okay, well, sounds good and everything. And like I said, thank you for being on the show. I really enjoyed this. We need to do this
Yes,
more
ma'am.
often. Okay, good night now.
Good night,
Okay.
guys.
Uh-huh.
Bye, Mama.
Bye bye. Okay, y'all. So I think I'm gonna wrap it on up tonight. I really enjoyed the session. Now, would you all like more people to come to? Anybody else would like to come in and we can all conversate together? Okay. Okay, Phyllis. Okay. Anybody else would like to join tomorrow with LaShawn? Hey, Starrise son, how you doing? Okay then. Okay, so we're gonna the topic tomorrow. I mean, I guess I'll let you and LaShawn choose the topic and everything, because I like at night I want to do a lot of folklore. Yeah, it's just that I got to go ahead and turn in because it's oh God, it has been a day. It has been a day. What time is it now? Is the witching hour just about over? Okay, Malika, you said LOL. You laughing at me? Malika, you laughing at me? Malika says LOL, LOL. A girl, it has been a day. Malika, me and Malika talked on the phone for 12 hours, didn't we, girl? We've been on the phone for 12 hours. We have been on the phone for 12 hours. But oh, she gave me some information. Malika ain't no joke. Malika, Malika, you need to call in too. You need if you ever feel like you want to am I talking too much, Malika? Hmm? I enjoyed that conversation, girl. I needed it. I needed it. You are a lifesaver. Hmm? Oh, Malika say no. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Am I talking too much? Okay, she said no. I'm not talking too much. Malika, I needed it. I needed it. I'm serious. I did because, like I was in a situation where I really didn't have nobody to talk to. Really, it got to that point. I used to can talk to Auntie, but I can't talk to Auntie no more. Auntie fighting her own battles. Let me see if I can turn this around. Yes, Auntie fighting her battles. She don't have time for me no more. See what I'm saying? So the spirit sent you. Spirit sent Malika. Sure did. Cause of course I can't go and run to my children because they don't understand. Mr. Willie, he don't get it. Sometimes he understands some things, but sometimes he don't. Sometimes he just don't understand. Okay, LaShawn says, LaShawn Cash is her Facebook. Y'all go and check her out. Okay. Malika, what's wrong? Why you crying? Malika, what's wrong? Talk to me, Malika. Starrise son. Yeah, but see, I'm tell you something, Malika. Sometimes there is nowhere for me to turn. So that's why I say having you all here, you understand, is encouraging me and keeps me going. I have the opportunity, you understand, to talk to somebody and you all give me feedback and help me in my situation because the people that are around me, they don't understand me. They don't understand my logic of reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was a matrix person, probably I would have like a lot of people I could talk to. But I can't go to these people and say, hey, look, sometimes I can hear, ghosts moaning and all of that. They don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And they get scared. Especially when you go to talking about, things that, like this one lady, she's into root work. And I never will forget. I brought up a date. And she said, oh my God, girl, that's my birthday. And it scared her. And I never heard anything else back from that lady. She never ever called back. Stuff like that scare them. Because, see, I am a spiritual person 24/7, all day long. This ain't no act. This is just not who I am when I'm on the camera. Ooh, y'all, this camera making me feel sick. Ooh. I said something is making me feel funny. It's that candle. They said when they make those candles, they have on hazmat suits and masks when they be making these things. I don't like the way that smell. Give me a headache. You did a wonderful job, LaShawn. You sure did. You did a wonderful. You say you was nervous. I couldn't tell. You did the. I guess this was an interview, or we were doing like what a conference. You did it like you've been doing it forever. If you hadn't told me you was nervous, I wouldn't have known. Asia says, "Mama, this Shakira using my daughter's cell. What? Hmm? Mama, this Shakira using my daughter's cell. I wanted to tell you that you came to me in my dreams today. Hmm. Mama, this Shakira. Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying, Asia. That you on your daughter's cell phone. I wanted to tell you that you came to me in my dreams today. I guess it was because you needed to talk to someone. Oh. Starrise son says, LOL, how do the candles smell, Mama? It's got this peachy smell to it. Peachy, like orange, like whatever. Let me see what this is. It's got this. It's an orange, and it's giving me a headache. It's an orange candle. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the way orange candles and such stuff smell. But somebody actually gave that to me for my birthday. They don't watch, so they won't be offended if it's somebody that I know personally brought that over here. They could have fixed it. You never know. But they're a sweet person. They don't mean no harm. But I don't like the way that's. Um. Star Rise says, yes, I live in the spiritual world more than this reality. Okay, LaShawn said, it was a pleasure, y'all. I admit I was nervous. hmm Malika says, I'm an humble teacher. Starrise says, it is cool that I talk to you. I have no one to talk about this life to. So that basically that's what it is. I'm not necessarily saying I don't have anybody. I got people. It's just you can't talk to them about this. Now Ethel was a person that I could confide in and talk to about all of this and stuff, but she's like trying to preserve her health. So, I wouldn't be able to talk to her about this anymore. She told me she's out. She when she gets sick, she said, I'm out. Okay. Hey, Veve, daughter. Okay, y'all. So, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody get some rest and stuff like that. And you can find me here tomorrow night, okay, around the same time and stuff. We want to get started once again. And guess what? Please hit the thumbs up button. Everybody, I guess they did. And peace. And I'm out. Unless y'all got questions. Okay, good night now. Okay, thank you. Malika said hit the notification. Thank you. That's a good one right there. Make sure your notification bell is clicked. And I'm out, y'all.